Hello everyone and welcome back to MK's Aviation. So today we're doing the infinite flight landing compilation video for the month of January. It is a couple days late, but it is out. I will have to say these aren't my best landings. There are some at the end and some at the start that are like really good, and then there's just some others that are, they're not the greatest, but nonetheless they're all still good landings, and yeah. So hope you guys do enjoy this video. There are a bunch of, probably more than 10 flights in here. If you guys ever wanted to fly together sometime on Infinite Flight, just let me know down in the comments and we could try and get that going. I'm not sure if I could pull off a live stream, but I could definitely just fly with you guys in the servers. So yeah, that would be kind of fun if you guys want to do that. Also, if you are watching this on the premiere, thank you so much. We'll hopefully be having a good time. So thank you for coming to the premiere. And yeah, on your screen now is just a takeoff I did in a Q400 out of Portland. So it was a beautiful morning, beautiful departure. So yeah. Well, with that being said, and without further delay, we'll jump right into this month's landing compilation video. So again, for some reason, I can't get half of these like audio files to load. They won't, like, these are screen recorded from my phone onto, and then I'll like upload them onto the computer. So for whatever reason, I can't get the audio for half of them. But this is Southwest Flight 4751 from, I believe, Atlanta to Chicago Midway. As you can see, it was pretty gusty in Chicago, so we did kind of have to fishtail it in and then correct it at the last second. We're landing on runway 22 left, which is one of the longer runways in Midway. I've done this approach a couple times, so yeah, Midway's a pretty gnarly airport, but this was a really good landing. As you can see, we just used the rudder a little bit and just grease it on. So yeah, really good landing. And then almost immediately you got your spoilers coming up, and then the reversers do come out just because of how small of an airport Midway is. So yeah, you get slowed down pretty quick and turn left on the taxiway. So, and then now just watching it from the left side of the aircraft, I have seen this view a couple of times. As I said, it's really crazy because you, like, all you're seeing is buildings, and then at the last second you see tarmac. So it is without a doubt a very cool approach. Now the next flight is also a very cool approach. Now this is American Flight 94-3 from Miami to St. Thomas. They were operating it on 737s, but I just wanted to fly the 757 because they are able to get in here without too much trouble. So yeah, coming in here, and then yeah, just really smooth, and get the reversers and brakes going. So here's a view from the tower. We were a little high on the approach, but it worked out alright, as you can see. And another view from the left side of the aircraft. So as you can see, the graphics don't do it justice at all, but it was a very pretty approach. It would be really cool to do this one in real life, actually. So maybe one day I'll get the chance, but yeah, just a really nice approach. Love the 757 because it can go to destinations like this, but yeah, just a super smooth landing for such a short field. So yeah. Our next flight is Speedbird 907 from Frankfurt, Germany to London Heathrow. This was operated on an Airbus A320, so as you can see, we're on approach to Heathrow. I forget which runway it was. I don't know Heathrow that well at all, so bear with me. As you can see, I think I did leave the speed brakes up. It's kind of easy if you have them up on approach to forget to arm the spoilers, just because it looks like everything's good. So yeah, as you can see, they are up. Another thing I forgot to mention at the start is that all of these approaches are hand flown, so they're not using the autoland or autopilot system. So these good landings aren't me just using the autopilot to get a nice smooth landing. They actually do require some skill. So yeah, just thought I'd say that. So people don't think I'm kind of cheating the system, if you know what I mean. As we watch the landing again from the left wing, you'll see it wasn't my best landing. It was a little bit on the hard side, so definitely not my best, but it was still a decent landing. As you can see, just landed a little bit harder than I would have liked, but all in all, a good landing, and no one was hurt, so it's a good one in my book. Our next flight does happen to be again Southwest 4751. This time it is on a 700 into Midway. So I did do this flight twice that month just because well, actually I did it multiple times, but it's just a nice flight I like to do. It's not too long, it's not too short, so yeah, this one was also like super good landing. This time I'm not sure if we had I think the wind might have been out of a different direction though, so as you can see, just coming in nice. This clip does have audio if you noticed. And yeah, the clip speaks for itself, so super butter landing. Really nice. I don't know what it is with me in Midway this month, but there is another one on this list, so as you can see from the tower, it's just all about when you take your power out. So again, really nice landing. As you can see here from the left wing, we were landing on runway 22 left again. Our next flight is Delta 2422 Heavy. The flight originated in Orlando, Florida, and is ending here in Atlanta. So this one is on the 757-200. As you can see, flight time was about an hour and 40 minutes, and as you can see, we're landing 27 left in Atlanta. So yeah, nice and smooth landing. Reversers do come out, and a nice center line going. So yeah, really nice landing in Atlanta. Our next flight takes place in Seattle on this Dash 8 Q400 for Horizon, as Horizon Flight 2264. Landing runway, I think it's 31 center in Seattle. So yeah, I was flying the Q400s. I did 2 flights from Seattle to Portland and Portland back to Seattle. So yeah, this was a pretty decent landing. It looks kind of rough just because of how small the plane is, but it was a pretty smooth landing. But I'll be quiet and let you decide for yourself. So yeah, the Q400 is obviously not the easiest plane to land, but it was, in my opinion, I thought it was a pretty good landing. It's a shame I couldn't get the audio because it's kind of cool to hear the power going up and down and in and out. So yeah, I wish I could have gotten that for you guys, but again, here's a view from the right side of the airplane. Our next flight is on a Delta 8350 as Delta Flight 840, heavy from Atlanta to Detroit. I don't really fly the A350s that much, so I was kind of surprised of how good of a landing it was, but they are kind of an easy plane to land. So as you can see, we are landing on runway 4 left in Detroit. So the A350 has a really modern cockpit, as you can see, and lots of automated systems to assist you in landing. But I'll be quiet and you can watch this landing for yourself. Now, at first glance, it kind of looks like a rough landing, and I think this is just due to the gear tilt. If you notice, the A350's gears tilt down instead of up, like most, like the 757s and 747s, their gears tilt up, so I'm not sure if that's just the way it looks. It looks kind of hard, but as you can see from this view, it is quite a soft landing. Our next flight is Alaska 2225 from Portland to San Francisco, operated on an Airbus A320. This was a really good landing. Love the approach into San Francisco. It's definitely one of my favorites. As you can see, we're on an approach for 28 left. So yeah, you come flying in over the water, and then at the last second, you reach the airport and touch down. I kind of floated this one in just because I knew it could be really soft if I did, so I'll be quiet and you can watch this excellent landing in SFO. No, I know it was barely outside the touchdown zone, but I mean, that's got to be one of the best landings I've ever done, or you guys probably ever seen, so it doesn't really bother me at all. I think it still was a nice landing, so yeah, it's just such a nice approach over the bay, especially early in the morning, because it's just so nice. You see all the bridges and stuff, but then you see the airport finally. It would be cool if Infinite Flight could get the like most airports, especially SFO, they have like green edges of the tarmac instead of the black. It's got green and yellow paint, so that would be cool if Infinite Flight could like replicate that. But yeah, that's something that hopefully will be coming in the future. Our next flight again was on an Alaska A320. So it was in LAX, as you can tell. The wind was actually really weird, so that day it was out of the east, so that's why we were landing on 7 and 6 left and right. So that was really cool. You go over the beach there that I've actually been to in real life. So if you're looking for a good place to go spotting or and have a day of fun, that's a really nice place to go. But yeah, I've never done this approach before, so this was a first for me, and I made the best of it, I will have to say. So yeah, pretty high pitch, but you know, I mean, yeah, that speaks for itself. That's probably the best landing I've ever done in Infinite Flight my entire life. So yeah, it was a pretty good day for flying the 320s, because this flight and the last flight, this flight actually originated in San Francisco, so I just continued on. So it was a very successful trip, to say the least. Now the last one on this list is Delta 1126 from Louisville to Atlanta. As you can see, we're on final for 8 left at ATL. So yeah, this one was pretty cool because I actually had a friend doing this flight at the same time I was doing it. So that was pretty neat, and it's operated on the 737. What I didn't notice the first time when I was doing it is look at that Air India 777 up there. He's having a pretty fun time up there. So this was on the grade 3 server, so I don't know what happened to him, but he wasn't having too good of a time. But as you can see, not the best landing, but still, I mean, pretty much butter, just wasn't great. It's pretty cool. He had a 757 taking off next to us. So, but yeah, here comes this 777 just completely buzzing the field. So he ended up not doing too well at the end here. So yeah, I didn't notice this the first time around, but it's yeah, it is the grade 3 server. So yeah, not sure what this guy's doing. Yeah, you don't see too much stuff like that in the expert server, but I guess it does happen occasionally. So yeah, you wouldn't want to look out your window after just arriving in Atlanta and seeing 777 falling out of the sky, but yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen in real life, and we'll head to the outro. Good lord. Well, that does conclude this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. There was lots of good landings in this one. If you went to the premiere, special thanks to you. You guys are awesome. If you're not watching it at the premiere, you're still awesome. So, yeah, if you are new here, please consider liking and subscribing, as it is free and it would help me out a bunch. We hit 90 this past week, so I think for the second time. So that's awesome. Thank you to all of you guys who do watch my videos, as I said. And yeah, again, if you guys do want to try and fly together on Infinite Flight, just hit me up in the comment section or something. The next video should be either an MK International update or an unboxing, so stay tuned for that. But that is it for me, guys, so I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.